Speaking of entertainment, did you know there's a professional actor who's recently been cast in some big screen films who lives in Greenbrier? I recently got to sit down with Dean Denton to ask him how he does it.
When I was 8 years old, my parents took me to see True Grit and with John Wayne, and I knew after seeing that film that that's what I wanted to do.
But knowing what you want to do and actually doing it are two very different things. Dean Denton was too nervous to pursue acting until college at the U of A when he got to be an extra in a movie. After that, he studied acting and worked in Dallas and then Los Angeles. But after getting married and having kids, the young couple wanted to be closer to their families in Arkansas. So Dean said goodbye to Hollywood.
I got out of acting, but about 13 or 14 years ago, I got back into it. And it's been a long journey to get back to the level I was in LA. But I think in the last few years I've done that. And especially in the last 2 years, I've booked some really good projects.
Those projects include The Highwaymen with Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson, American Underdog with Zachary Levi, Anna Paquin, and Dennis Quaid, and just last year, Devotion with Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell.
It's about Jesse Brown, the naval aviator that was killed in combat. He was one of the first African-American aviators to die in combat. And it's an incredible story, incredible film, and we shot that in Savannah, Georgia. And I was there for 4 or 5 weeks and got to play the captain of the ship that they fly off of. And everyone, all the main actors just really treated me great. It was a great project, and it's one of the best ones I've done so far.
But getting roles on these big films has not been easy. The audition process for American Underdog took years.
I ended up auditioning for about 7 or 8 different roles, and each time I just wasn't right for it. And I just kept getting my hopes up, oh, this is the one, and I had a great audition, but I wouldn't get it. And so finally, I think on my 8th audition, I sent the producer, director, writer, casting director, everybody that I could think of, everybody's contact address or email that I had, I sent them an email and I said, well, I'm beginning to feel like Kurt Warner trying to play football in the NFL. I mean, I just keep hitting these walls. I've been trying to get on this project for 3 years now, or 2 years at the time, and I just keep hitting all these walls. And the next day they cast me as the Rams scout. I'm David Gillis. We've been trying to reach you. We want you to come try out for us.
Try out?
I've been putting off his calls for a while. Can you blame me?
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm with the Rams. You know, and I'm glad that I read for all those parts, because the main casting director, Tamara Lee Notcutt in LA, she saw all those. And I think she had final say on casting me in American Underdog, but she saw all those auditions and she pushed really hard for me for Devotion, because she was casting that too. And that's how I got that.
Dean believes his faith has carried him through this chaotic biz.
When I auditioned for all those roles on American Underdog, the only one that I put in my Bible was the Ram Scout audition. I lost my marker in my Bible, and so I was using the sides for that as my new bookmark for my Bible. And I had that in the Bible, and I think that was just God saying, hey, see, I got you.
In fact, he humbly credits God for every role he's ever gotten.
I know the work that I'm getting, it's all because of him. I mean, it's nothing that I'm doing. I mean, if you think about it, and I'm not being conceited or trying to brag, but I have been in some incredible projects in the last few years, and I don't live in Hollywood. I live in Greenbrier, Arkansas. You know, there's just 300 feet out here, there's a cow pasture. And, you know, I'm not in the hub of the acting community. And so God has just kind of given this, I mean, he's just given me some great projects, and I know it's all from him.
His faith has also helped him endure all the rejection that goes along with the acting industry. Dean estimates that he's been told no 3,500 times.
Being rejected that many times, it's enabled me to help others. Other actors that may go through this, my kids, when they're told no on a job interview or whatever they're going through, I've been there. I know how it feels.
As for advice for other aspiring actors, Dean says he echoes what actor Hal Holbrook told him years ago when Dean was working as a bellman at a Dallas hotel.
Right before he was getting ready to get in the limo, I said, "Mr. Holbrook, I'm an actor and I'm taking classes here in Dallas. I'm just starting out. Do you have any advice for me on somebody starting out in this business?" And he reached into his wallet and he gave me a 20 for my tip, and he said, "Always have another job on the side, kid." And slammed the door. The limo drove off, and I thought, man, that's not really what I wanted to hear. I was hoping for something, but you know what? That's been the best advice ever. I've always had a job on the side. I have a full-time job now in Conway. I work for AT&T, and I've been there for 23 years, and I've always had. Now, I would like to retire from there pretty soon and just do this full-time, but I've always had, even in LA, I've had 3 to 5 different jobs.
As Dean continues to chase his dreams, he also has a desire to help the next generation of actors.
I try to encourage people and help others, and you know, because I just know how tough the journey can be.
You can see Devotion, American Underdog, The Highwaymen, as well as many other movies with Dean Denton on a variety of streaming options.